Take us through it. What does the latest Bud Bop model say about the college football playoff? What are we projecting?
Yeah, okay. So we have Ohio State 1, Indiana falling to 2, Bama winning the SEC, because obviously if they beat Auburn, they're in the SEC title game. Winning the SEC over Texas A&M, Texas A&M falling to 4, Georgia staying at 5 there. And then this week we have Oregon at 7, Notre Dame at 10, so that's the first round matchup. Texas Tech is the 6th seed, SMU winning the ACC, so that's the 6-11. Your 9-8 is Oklahoma at Ole Miss. Again, I don't program the model to try to discourage rematches, because the committee specifically says it doesn't consider that. I do personally think that's nonsense, and I think they would intentionally try to not have matchups, in the first round that we just saw 7 weeks ago. But they officially say that they don't care about that, right? So I don't put that logic into the model. And then obviously Georgia faces North Texas there, the winner of the American. But I honestly, you could put Tulane there. It's really just, who do you think wins the American? I think Tom has been so right on this for weeks.
What do the books have? Don't the sports books have JMU still as the heavy favorite to be in the playoff?
But it's because of the pie. No, I know what you're saying.
No, they're 10-1 to make the playoff, guys. They are
you know what I'm talking about though, Chip? I think in the pregame show we showed it and just kind of glossed over it, and it had JMU at plus 150, and it was North Texas or whatever American team was plus 400.
Both of the American teams are essentially coin flips to make it right now. JMU is 10-1.
Okay.
James Madison is 1,000 to win, 1,000-1 to win it all. To make it, they are hold on. Yeah, you're right, 10-1.
I mean,
as it should be. I thought I remembered seeing a graphic in the pregame show that made it look like JMU was the favorite.
It was percent chance to win your conference title, and JMU at 54% or something like that. And then there were small percentages for the 4 teams from the American that were all in it, because there's so many other teams that are in it.
Gotcha.
So interestingly, a couple things in the odds. By the way, if you guys want to hear some additional stuff, I ran some devigged, so taking out the house edge, just ripped it from FanDuel and ran it through a model. So if Michigan beats Ohio State, they're 90% to make the playoff. If Vandy beats Tennessee, I think they were 48% to make the playoff. So they need to win that game, obviously, to have any kind of coin flippers chance. The implied odds, again, these are from FanDuel. I don't really know if that's a totally efficient market. It's early in the week. The limits are real low. But if Texas beats A&M, they have a 3% chance to make it. If BYU, so basically almost none at all. But
I know you're doing the implied odds, but this is all fake math.
Agreed. Yeah, totally. Yeah,
it is.
It totally is.
It's. Yeah. I've mentioned it before. I don't want to keep it, but the odds, figuring out the percentage chance, whether you're using FPI or the Sports Lab model, that you see all these graphics on social media and all this stuff. There's no mathematical formula for the college football playoff field.
Right. Yeah. You're assuming the market's efficient. And right.
It is the opinions of 12 individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was good that we found out about the pods, right? Our pods are groups of 3 and 6, right? Does that sound? We heard that in the past 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy, am I?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I can't say I pay much attention to the way that they describe these things.
It was the description that made it illuminated how Notre Dame and Miami were so far apart in the very first ones. Conveniently, the number of teams that they talk about at one time, it was about that distance between the two, which is why Miami fans are holding out hope. It's all we got to do is keep climbing back in so that we're in the mix right there.
Especially when Hunter Yurachek says, if they're in the same pod, we would have to honor the head-to-head.
That's what I'm saying.
Corner in that one. Have you guys never done it?
No, the mock committee, I have not.
No,
I got to get you guys to do it. I did it when I was at ESPN. I don't know if it's just ESPN. It sure seems like the only people that I see get to do it are ESPN people. I don't know why. Maybe because they own it.
No.
I think Marcelo's done it.
Yeah, Marcelo's
good.
done it. Shahan has done it.
Okay. Because then it does it makes total sense when you see how your initial goes, you put all your votes, and then when it comes back, you start really whittling them down, and it does only come up to like 3 teams that you're comparing. So it does make sense from that standpoint.
Yeah, you end up with results like when I do my CBS Sports 136 ballot, I do it without numbers. Like I start with just teams and records, and I just continue to sort them. And then sometimes when I go and put the numbers in beside it at the end, I'm like, oh wow, they didn't move at all, or like, oh wow, I can't believe that team landed there. So I do understand how the process does provide sometimes some head scratching, off by 2 numbers or so from where an AP consensus ballot might be. Yes, Tom?
I will say, like, we really need to reframe the way we have this conversation about Miami, Notre Dame, because I think that everybody has been so focused on the one game. Yeah, Miami won. The rankings are based on every game both teams have played. And if you did the BCS formula right now, guess what? Notre Dame's 5 spots ahead of Miami. The committee's actually got them closer together than the old rankings would have. But when it comes down
listening.
but when it comes down to it, if the final decision is between Notre Dame and Miami, Miami will get chosen over Notre Dame because of the head-to-head. But when they have to look at the entire picture, Notre Dame's been better than Miami this season. They lost a game by 3 points to start the year. After that, Notre Dame's been much better, period.
I agree with that.
Agreed.
Do you not agree, Danny?
I just think the timing of your tough games matters. Like, I don't know. Because I wonder how Miami would have done against Syracuse that had totally thrown in the towel the way that Notre Dame would. Like, I think they could have beat them too, just by the same. Like, everyone's like, well, Notre Dame's a different team now, or they'll use that for any team. Like, oh, this team's a different team now. Well, yeah, everybody's a different team when they lose because they didn't play good. Like, of course, Miami didn't look like the same team against Louisville because Carson Beck threw 4 picks as opposed to 4 touchdowns.
But
like that happens all the time.
If Notre Dame started 10-0, okay, and then loses its final 2 games by 4 points against Miami and Texas A&M, they'd be out, and you'd be arguing that they were being punished because of the way where they played their game. So it doesn't make it any right or wrong. It's the same situation. But the fact of the matter is, the entire resume for Notre Dame is more impressive than Miami's. And you can mention like Notre Dame's schedule after those 2 games. Well, who the hell has Miami been playing?
Oh, listen, when you have to take on James Franklin, come on.
That's right.
You got to walk into the Hornets nest that is Blacksburg after he ran out of the Castle Coliseum tunnel to enter Sandman. He got the blessing of Frank Beamer on that program. Come on. It's tough. It's a tough win. That's why you got to be aggressive.
I think the resumes are similar. And when the resumes are similar, the tiebreaker is head-to-head. I hope they both get in. Like, that would be the best case scenario. I'd love to see a rematch of that game. I think it'd be a fun game. I think Miami could win it again. I think Notre Dame could win it. Like, I think that's the best. I like seeing chaos, but I don't like teams feeling like they should, they're left out that deserve to be in.
I think that Notre Dame looks awesome right now. And when good teams, when good teams are just stringing it all together, like the game against Pitt and the game against Syracuse had wildly different scores, but in both of those games, Notre Dame made it feel non-competitive for the lesser team.
Well, I mean,
Miami's an opportunity on the same field that Notre Dame just did it.
100%.
Against a coach that wants to win versus that doesn't.
To go back to the point I just made, caveat, all strength of schedules are different. There's no formula. There's no unique formula for doing it. And the gap between them, once you get past, like I'd say the top 10, is really nothing. But according to FPI right now, Notre Dame has played the 34th most difficult schedule in the country. Miami has played the 48th. So you could talk about, I mean, again, it was a
that's similar though. There's not that much difference.
That's my point.
48th.
Yeah. So but I'm saying Miami fans are dogging Notre Dame for their schedule when they've played the same damn schedule.
Right. I agree with that.
One last, Bud, anything else on the projection?
Not really. I just think BYU still has a shot to get in. Obviously, Michigan, as we noted. I think that's pretty much it. There are a few more. Like Utah could still get in if they win the Big 12. Obviously, a couple different teams could win the ACC. but they'd be like enormous dogs if they did make it. So,
yeah, BYU, Utah, Vanderbilt, that and Miami also, those are teams who could finish the year and look at their record and be like, man, we were a college football playoff team, and yet you will not be in the college football playoff. You need help to be able to get in. How much help? That depends on your position, but those are all teams that as we come into week 14, it's going to be really frustrating to look up at the end of the year if you're a fan of BYU, if you're not in this college football playoff, because, man, you've done almost everything